Good morning and welcome to another adventure. We're out and yes, it's dark. You don't see me in the dark very often, do you? We've got another LVA meetup, Landscape Vlogtography Adventures. If you've not heard of us, pop on Facebook and have a look. Put the link down in the description. We're a little bit somewhere different as well. We're trying an early morning sunrise. We're in Llanberis and I'm going to get stuck in the gate. This is where my bag doesn't fit normally. Oh, look at that, they made it for photographers. Yeah, we're at Llanberis and we're going to the castle. And I think it begins with D. You know me, I don't know the name of anything. So I'll put the name up above just so you know where it is. We're going to have a go at sunrise, see if we can get a bit of a nice sunrise shot. Tomorrow morning we're probably going to have another go and see if we can do an astro shot down here. Because one of my followers and a big addition to our Facebook group, Tanya, she was down here the other day and she got a cracking astro shot. So it's all inspired us to have a go ourselves. So yeah, we've got a few of us out this morning. We've got five of us out, and we might be meeting a couple more down here. So I'll say hello again when we get to where we're going. See you in a bit.
Everybody going through? As well.
Now you're a bigger lad, you are. That's a new addition, I don't remember that being there before.
There we go, simple as.
Yeah.
Oh, you okay. Breeze then, a breeze. Come on. Right, we've just got to the castle, as you can see there. The castle's there. Is she looking nice? Behind the castle you've got Snowdon and some other mountains, you know, big sticky up bits. Again, you know me, I don't know the names of them, so check out Google Maps, I think that's the best way. Denora Quarry's here. That's the plan for today. We're going up there, we're going to explore Denora Quarry. But like I said, we thought we'd come and do a sunrise, something nice and simple. Denora Quarry might be a second vlog depending on how long this one is. I'll do maybe try and do a small one, shall I, for you? Yeah, we'll have a go. But yeah, we're going to shoot this, we're going to sit up here. We're all going to be stood pretty much in the same place. There's a big rock that we're all stood on. It's a classic position, classic shot, classic place. But again, why not shoot the classics? If it's something you've not done before, Owen, he lives local, he only lives an hour away and he's never actually been here before. So it just goes to show that you don't always take in the obvious. Simon, you've seen Simon before on the other vlogs. Simon's from Bristol, so he's travelled up quite a way. 4 hours, is it? About a 4 hour drive.
4 hours, yeah.
And Nigel's from Salisbury, down near Stonehenge. So he's driven even further for this weekend. And someone that's pushed the boat out a little bit, Addy, he's all the way from Holland. We better introduce you properly, haven't we?
Yeah, okay.
This is Addy.
Yeah,
he's my first international meetup. He's come over to England, over to the UK, and give us a hook up. And he said, "Oh, do you fancy meeting up?" Hell yeah! I'll meet anybody from anywhere, and hopefully maybe go back and visit you as well at some point. So okay. Plan is going over to Holland next year. Yeah. So yeah, we'll check out with him a little bit later on when we've got some daylight. But yeah, this is the composition. Rocks from the wall there, which you can't see in the dark. Rocks from the wall there, and the castle in the foreground. And the light's going to come up somewhere down there in the valley. You can just see the light now, the changing in the sky in the distance. So let's get the cameras out, let's get set up, and Owen's doing his famous let's take one on the phone and show everybody up shots. And yeah, chatting a bit. As you can see, it's got slightly lighter. It's only been about 5 minutes since I last spoke to you. The light's just coming up so fast. Just saying, it's just nice listening to the sound of the birds. It's so peaceful and quiet other than me rambling on. And you can hear the birds in the background doing that morning song, which is quite nice. I've had to change over from the 24mm to the 16 to 35. 24 wasn't quite giving me enough. I couldn't quite get the castle on the thirds. So this should give me a little bit wider. Let's turn the image stabilizer off because we're on the tripod. And we'll leave it in autofocus for a moment. And yeah, let's give me just a slightly wider perspective, which means I can pull in the wall on the right hand side. You'll see in the photograph there's a wall coming in from the right hand side as well. It just seems to pull you in from both sides, which is quite nice. Again, like I said, it's a very standard photograph, very standard position, and very standardly got 5 people stood here all taking exactly the same shot. But again, we all photograph slightly differently, different focal lengths, focal lengths, a different range of skill sets and stuff like that, and the way we all do filters again differently. We're all probably come out with a slightly different image of the same thing. What I will do is try and it'll be an interesting test really, and actually get a photograph of everybody similar, if you know, from a similar sort of time when we all start shooting. We'll get a shot from everybody, and I'll put them up now for you and have a look. Except I won't. I'll go back and tell you that again in a minute. Right, settings wise, if you're interested, I'm going to be on f8. As we know, that's about the sharpest on this lens for using it on the Canon. Shutter speed's totally irrelevant. I'm not worried what the shutter speed's going to be. At the moment it's telling me 10 seconds, but I'm really not worried. All I'm doing is watching the histogram, trying to bring the histogram right up to the right as close as I can without it clipping, and that should sort of give me a balanced image. As it is, I'm not clipping either end. I'm not getting a peak in the middle. It's a bit of a flat in the middle, but it's not peaking either end. So with one shot it should be fine. All the information should be on the sensor, so I should be able to pull it out in post-processing. Again, like I said, castle on the thirds, then we've got the lights going to come up on the other thirds. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of a starburst as well if we see the sun. There's no clouds in the sky, so we're not going to get a lot of atmosphere in the sky unless it changes at the last moment. You all know what it's like in the mornings when you're waiting for something to happen. Suddenly you get all these wispy clouds. So fingers crossed we'll get something in the sky just to, you know, set the image off a little bit better. But yeah, it's nice being here. It's nice listening to the birds, and it's nice being out with other folk again. So we'll get these shots, and hopefully you'll get to see something quite nice. Look at this, here we go. Tanya's made it down. It's her fault that everyone wants to do the Astro. So I'll show you that image now. This is Tanya's photograph of the, actually if she lets me use it to be honest, of the Astro she took at the castle. So enjoy this little image, and she's going to do us an Astro demonstration tomorrow morning. Or maybe. Right, I've put the filter on. I started off with a 0.6 soft ND grad just to sort of bring the sky down a little bit. I've changed it now to a 0.9, and to be honest it's not making a great bit of difference, but what it is doing is the top of the frame, it's just making the top of the frame a little bit darker, so it's holding that colour in a little bit nicer. I can't push it down too far because with the castle sticking up it's taking the top of the castle down as well, but I do think it makes a little bit of a difference. You're not getting a central spike in the histogram, it's still very right and left. As the light comes up, everything's going to change. It'll change in moments as well. I wouldn't mind trying to get a starburst, a sunburst, with the light just clipping the top of the cliffs and the mountains would be quite nice. But I'm not quite sure where it's coming up yet. I think it's right down in the middle of the valley. So I'm going to get my little app out and have a look and see if I can work out exactly where it's coming from, and then set up ready for that to go off. Time-wise, we are on, what are we on?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. And the sun rises at 20 past, was it? About 20 past 5 I think the sun's rising, so we've got 20 minutes to mess around yet. But there are a few clouds now coming over the top of Dinora Quarry that's behind you. So it's going to be quite an interesting moment, I think. Hello? Hello, you in there? Can you see me?
Misty.
Everything has gone misty.
Oh, hello. Oh, look.
Hello! Yeah, everything's gone misty. I've just put this microfiber towel that I keep in my bag over the top. Just had a look at the lens and everything. It looked like I'd gone frosty, to be honest. So we're all now donning nice little blankets on our cameras. Why don't they actually bring out something that sits over the top, goes over the top of your filters that you can just leave on the top of the camera? God, these people with drones, eh? These people with drones make an awful lot of noise, don't they? Terrible. Owen's going for the full hat trick. He's got his GoPro out, he's doing a time lapse, he's got the camera out taking photographs, and now he's doing...
Keep it in, I know.
I bet you can't all guess what's just happened, can you? Flat battery. It's funny actually, because the factory just went dead and everyone's ears just said, do you know what, when we're watching this, we're just all anticipation to wait till when the battery goes dead. Well, there you go. Maybe we'll run a competition and see if anyone can get the closest minute or whatever on the next video. But yeah, batteries, it's cold, they all die. Canon was dead last night, but I haven't used the Canon for a while anyway. I've had the Fuji on the go, as you know. Yeah, forgotten what I was saying, so when I remember, I'll switch it back on and catch up with you then. Hello, back on again. As you can see, a little bit of colour on my face. The light's starting to come up quite nicely now. Almost like full daylight without the sun rising. Got some beautiful colour on the little clouds. Like I said, the clouds are starting to appear now. We're just in the area we want them. So it's actually filling that little void quite nicely. With the light coming up over this side, it's just coming across now and just wiping itself across the top of the... Wiping itself? I've never heard that said before. Wiping itself across the top of the clouds. So yeah, hopefully we might get some light on the side of the mountains in a minute. I'm not sure. Owen's got quite a nice position. Probably walked in front of all these long exposures that's going on. Yeah. But Owen's got quite a nice little shot here. I'll show you this. Let me have a look. As you can see, he's got this nice wall leading from the bottom left-hand corner, leading you right round. So by Owen getting to the photographing spot last, seems to have bagged the best position. Crafty bugger. Right. We're all having a good time. We're having this Canon Nikon war at the moment, saying how good Canons are compared to the Nikon rubbish. But no, joking, I'm only joking. Please don't turn off. We've got Nikons and Canons here. It's he owns a Canon, by the way. No, yeah, it's all fun. That's a good thing about coming out of these groups and meeting up with other people. We all have a laugh and they all take the mick out of me. Yeah, look at the light up there now, just coming over the top. So yeah, we're hoping for a little bit of light. As soon as the light comes on, I'll see if I can get a little bit of video of it and definitely a photograph. But the clouds are coming up quite nicely now, so we'll have to uncloak it, take the blanket off the camera and take another snap. It's just a case of keep taking photographs every few moments because things are changing all the time. So don't be afraid to take a few images and when you get home, have a look and see which one you prefer. And you may find that you end up blending images together, using one image that looks good with the clouds in it, and then if they disappear and the light comes on the side of the mountain, then use part of that and just blend them in together. If you're new to it and you don't use Photoshop and stuff like that, then yeah, it's quite difficult. But there is 1,000,001 tutorials on on YouTube, and if you Google it, it'll come up on YouTube. So yeah, just check out, you know, blending and photo stacking and stuff like that, and it's dead easy, it really is these days. Right, so all we've got to do now is wait for a little bit of light. The last little bit of light up on the top of the cloud, now right on the top of the mountain over there, which is, where are we, that one there. So yeah, all in all, quite a nice morning so far. Right, we've got a problem. Somebody on here must know the answer. All right, this is a Nikon problem. We don't get these sort of problems on Canon. Whoa, stop it, no, stop it. I've got to stop doing that. Right, Miss Tanya has got an issue. Do you want to explain?
Right, if I've got it on bracketing, my light meter stops working. I have to take it off bracketing to check what my exposure should be at and then put the bracketing back on. Any ideas, anyone? Any
ideas? So why isn't it bracketing when it's on, why isn't it the light meter working when it's on bracketing? And it's a D7200. So anyone got any answers? Drop it in the comments below. Cheers! That was easy, wasn't it? Right, look at that!
I think I've seen this question online before.
probably in everyone's shot right now, but you can see everyone behind me, all setting up now, waiting for something to happen. But the conditions are changing now all the time, because it's so calm and peaceful, and there's not a breath of air. We're getting these pockets of mist and cloud, and there's mist down on Llanberis. No, Glynpardon, isn't it? Llanberis is the town, Glynpardon is the lake. Yeah, so there's a mist hovering down there. So if you're down at the lone tree, which is literally right behind this tree here, down on the shorefront, you'll be getting some nice mist probably around it. And I think we've got one other down there, Stuart. He's coming to meet up with us later on. It's just nice being here, chopsing, taking the mickey out of the Nikons because they don't know how they work. And and did I say that out loud? Oops. Yeah, it's just nice and peaceful, and I'm just set up for one shot, which is really strange for me. Owen's running on overtime for me at the moment. He's taking shots of everything, so I just nick all his images. It'll be a lot easier. But yeah, I'm just set up to just do one shot. So there'll be various stages from the morning when we got here through to I suppose the best one at the end. So yeah, nice. As you may or may not be able to see, just about there, the light's just starting to creep over now and just hitting the sides of the mountains. So you've got that lovely little tiny little bit of light. See if I can zoom in on it for you, see if you get a better picture. Just about there. And there's a bit on this mountain down in the background as well. So the light is coming up now. So it's going to be a bit of a frenzy, click, 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 as everyone starts snapping away. Again, the clouds are starting to fizzle out a bit though. That's the only problem. It's been nice watching the clouds rolling over the top of the mountains, coming over the top of Tailor with Quarry and that. It's quite nice watching them rolling over. I should have put a time lapse on. I've just put the GoPro out now. You can see it's there, just running a bit of a time lapse that Simon's just put his shoulder in. But then I did do it to Owens. So yeah, no, it's not. I don't think it'll be alright. So yeah, just running a little bit of time lapse just to see if I can get anything from that as well. So now I'm going to watch this and snap away as everyone else does, because it's faint, but you'll see it on the camera, on the image. It's just in the distance now, it's just light and everything just coming across. So hopefully we'll get a piece hitting the top up here, just there hopefully in a minute. Fingers crossed. Right, Simon's just about to get his drone out. He's got drone there, and Owen's just had his drone out. They got the little ones. What are they? Not airs. They got the airs. And I've just replaced mine with the new fancy Hasselblad Mavic Pro 2, which I have mentioned in one of my other videos actually. So yeah, it's my first proper little flight of it this morning, as you've already seen some footage probably. But what we're going to do later on, because I will make it a second video because this is already turning out too long, we're going up Tailor Quarry, which is there, and we're going to get the drones out. And what I think will look quite cool, if we can get it to work right, I'll get mine in the middle, which is the bigger one, and get the two either side, which is typical British, with the big British bomber with the two Spitfires either side it. So we'll give it a try and see if we can crash a lot of them together. That'd be quite fun. So yeah, this morning's, it's fizzling out a little bit now. The light's coming up, so the colours have gone out of the sky. It's just a hazy blue colour. Yes, there's some light on the clouds, but the clouds are now turning white rather than gold and oranges. The light will come up. We've got some nice light hitting the mountains in the background, but the light will come up later on and probably, you know, grab the side of this and stuff like that. But whether we wait on or not, I don't know, because I don't think it'll have quite the same effect. It's up behind us there. We've got some sun up behind us there. But yeah, I think we're probably going to call it here and have a little bit of a chat. We're going to go down to Pete's Eats. If you're ever in Llanberis and you want some breakfast, Pete's Eats has been highly recommended. You get a good portion, and yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Get some breakfast and then make our plans for going up to the quarry. So I'll cut it here. I'll say thanks for watching, and I know it's been a bit different, and I only took not the one photo, but the one composition, the one setup. So that's all I've taken, which is really quite rare for me. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget, like and subscribe and all that other stuff. Tell a friend, and you know, we're international now. Look, here he is. It's daylight. You can see him now. Look, yes. Check out them glasses. I'm going to try them on. In fact, give us them glasses here. Let's try them on. Give us a minute. I've been watching these. I met him yesterday. Look at these. Let's see if I can get these on with my hat on. Where are we? Crikey. Where are you? Yeah. Hello? Hello? Oh, you're there. What about these then? Well, they're bonkers, they are. You definitely need glasses. He needs some glasses, he does. But yeah, he's over from Holland, Rotterdam. Yeah, near Rotterdam. So yeah, absolutely fantastic to meet him. And in June, middle of June, I'm meeting someone from Australia. How amazing is that? I spoke to him on the phone the other day. Fantastic. So just give us a ring wherever you are in the world. Give us a bell. I'll chat with you. Right. See you soon. Ciao.